You ever wanted to know how to develop your independence like this? Well, this video is your first approach into developing that independence. It's a very simple one, but a very important one, so stick with me. And because you're here at the Xgroove with me, Chad Peters, we're going to work your right and your left side in this lesson. Let's play some drums. One of my favorite patterns to play when learning new coordination is eighth notes. I use them for their simplicity and their overall smooth feel. Now for this first exercise, you're going to be playing eighth notes on the snare drum using an alternating sticking pattern. And for your independence aspect of this lesson, you'll be playing everything over a quarter note bass drum ostinato like this. Now remember, this is very simple but very important, so let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that last exercise should have been fairly simple for you. Now let's take it up just a little bit and play 16th notes over that same quarter note ostinato. And pay close attention to the downbeat, making sure that your right hand and foot are hitting at the same time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, for your third exercise, we're going to bring up those hand patterns just a little bit more and play a mixture of 8th and 16th notes. Now, this is going to add a little more rhythm to the idea, as well as bring up the independence aspect before we move on to your lesson challenge. So let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This right here is where your independence begins. Using a variation of the exercises, we're going to create a phrasing that has less repetition and more rhythm to it, allowing your hands to play freely over that quarter note ostinato. Now it is an 8-measure phrasing, so if you need to, take it 1 measure at a time, slowly building into 2, 3, 4, and eventually all 8 measures. Now I know you got this, so let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, another way that you could view independence is to think of it as an autopilot instead of the limbs being independent from each other, because the limbs are actually quite dependent on each other. But more on that in a future video. What you learned in this lesson was how to put your bass drum on a quarter note autopilot, and the independence aspect is being able to play freely over that pattern with your hands. Now, for your left side, we're going to take all the exercises from this lesson and replace that quarter note bass drum with your left foot on the hi-hat. And the best part about it is that it's very simple, and not only are you going to double up your coordination, but you're going to get a completely different feel to play off of. And at the end of this video, I'll play the lesson challenge with my left foot on the hi-hat so you get an idea of how it's supposed to sound. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to continue to learn about more independence concepts like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.